Okay, so we're following this in a progressive order here. This is going to be part number 2. We're going to concentrate on pages, okay? And in the introduction we talked about the About Us page and how important it is. So some of the things that you can do is you can write it up on Microsoft Word if you like, or Microsoft Office, and then come in here and edit the page by copying and pasting. But you may have trouble with that. So what I try to encourage people to do is edit the page right within their WordPress dashboard. Okay, so here we have the About Us page. So I started writing out, "Hi, my name's Max. I love websites and developing them." And I went and I gave this, a pretty good informative page about me and my company. Now, one of the things that you can do, and this is really easy to do, is add pictures. Now, one of the things I'm going to point out here, we have the visual and we have text. Now, if you're the text, if you look at the text, you're going to have these tags. They call them tags, H2 tags. We have paragraph tags, H3 tags, and a lot of times if you're inserting code or a short code, this is the way to do it inside the text. But we're going to operate in the visual. And we have these two bars here, the bar across the top, and then if I click on this, this will reveal the bar across the bottom. So let's say like this About Us heading. If I wanted to make it a paragraph, see how it gets small like that? Or if I wanted to make it heading 1, it's a little bit bigger than the heading 2. But we'll just keep it at heading 2. Now I'd like to insert a picture in here, so I'm going to click in there and click Add Media, and I'll just grab maybe I'll grab this picture here of the WordPress symbol. Now before I insert the picture, I want to talk to you a little bit about search engine optimization. Okay, so now this picture is a picture of a WordPress icon. Okay, so we know that WordPress has a lot to do with is all over the internet. So you're not going to get indexed by using WordPress, especially if you're on a new site. What you want to do is my website is called Google Website Pro. That's one of my website. So I'll probably mention something like that within the title, and I'll go Google Website Pro. Okay, and maybe in my alternative text I could easily just take this and copy it. But the alt text is how search engines will spider your website, and they'll look at the names of the files for your pictures. They'll look at your alt tags, okay, and the title tags of your pictures. And then you'll get indexed within the Google search engine accordingly. The image search engine, which is the way a lot of people search for their things now, for the information that they need. So I would definitely give it a title and give it an alt tag. And one of the things that you can do to see whether something is a good keyword or not is go to the Google keyword tool. And you can find this on the internet anywhere. I mean, it's a part of their AdWords thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in here and show you how I can work it. So right now I'm in the market for trying to find people that want a good quality website on a budget. Okay, so let me think here for a second. Maybe quality website on a budget. Might help if I spell website right. So I'll click search. Now I'm trying to think of what I should name my little graphic there. So I'm going to click keyword ideas. And so I'm going to look at these keywords. And you see a web design service. I see my competition is high. But it gets a global monthly searches of 49,500 local monthly searches. Now I have my demographics set for the United States. In the United States it gets searched 18,100 times a month. And these little icons here, or this little graph, this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So I can tell, like in February, that's when this is searched the most, this keyword here. Okay, but these are all kind of high. So I'm going to keep on scrolling down. Here's a medium. It gets 90,500 searches a month, 40,000 in the United States, custom website. So that I have a better chance of getting indexed in the search engine by using this keyword, custom website. So I got to think now, does that really match what I'm trying to do? Yes, it does. So that'd be a good keyword for me to use possibly. So I'm going to check mark custom website just so I can keep track of it. Now I'm going to keep scrolling down. Here's another medium keyword, website redesign. Well, we could do that as well. Over here, by the way, this is if you advertise with Google AdWords, that's what the recommended cost per click is. So that's something else to keep in mind as well. So you know what? I think I found my keyword that I want to use. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but this is how you want to look for your keywords that you're going to put. So custom website is what I'm going to use for my picture here. Custom website. And you know what? I'm going to use that as my title tag and also my alternative text. Okay? Now, I want to align my picture so that the text shows up on the right-hand side of it. So I'm going to align it to the left. I'm not going to link this to anything because I don't want people to be able to click on the image and see a big picture of this icon. So I'm going to click link none. Now, if I wanted to link it to maybe another part of my website, I could click here and just paste in that URL to the other part of my website if I like, or an attachment page. But right now I'm just going to select none. Now I can use the full-size image if I want, which is 300 by 300 pixels, and that's good. Or I could use a thumbnail so that whenever people come to the page it loads faster. But this image isn't very big, and I've already optimized it on my Photoshop program. So I'm going to click use full-size image and then click insert into page. Now you notice I aligned it to the left here so that my text is on the right. Now if I wanted this, maybe let's say I made a mistake and I want to align my photograph on the right hand side of my article, what I would do is I would click this little edit image thing instead of trying to delete it and reinsert it, and I would click right, and that would align it to the right. Now you see my title tag came out, so I'm going to make sure I take my alternative text and paste it in my title. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and update the picture, and now you can see that it's aligned to the right and I have my articles on the left. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and update this. And one of the things that I do a lot is I'm going to preview the page, and what I'll do is I'll hold the control button down on my keyboard and I'll hit this view page. And what that will do is it will help me so that I can see what everybody else sees. So I can see it's floated to the right here. And if I hover over it, you see where it says custom website. So now this is on the About Us page, you know, where we're talking about websites. So custom website is good. One of the things that another thing that I do is I encourage everybody to install the Yoast WordPress SEO plugin. Now I'm going to show you how to do that right now, because while we're working on pages, it's a good thing to have this installed. So I type in Yoast, and usually it's the first one to come up. WordPress SEO by Yoast. And you hover over this and you see there's 2,875 ratings and it's 5 stars. So this is a pretty good plugin. It's trusted. Now a lot of these plugins, you have to be careful now, because there's a lot of plugins out there. Anybody could develop a plugin. I've developed a plugin to change the colors on the sidebar and the top, you know, and I did that and I installed it in here. So, and I have plugins in the WordPress search engine. We could design them so we could get private information, so on and so forth. So you want to be careful about the WordPress plugins that you install. But I've installed this several times, and I trust this publisher. A lot of people do, so I'm going to click OK and install it. It will download the package, and we'll click activate the package. Okay, I'm going to put do not allow tracking. I'm just on a local host. So one of the things is it'll give you suggestions. You see this? You're blocking access to robots. Now I know that I'm blocking access to robots because I'm on my local host, and so I'm going to click I know, don't bug me. Okay. And so let's go back to our page. Now the page that we were working on was the About Us page. good way to get there. Let's just go back to where we were. And you're going to see now below we have this WordPress SEO by Yoast. Okay. Now what this little thing is going to do is it's going to help us focus in on our keywords, and it's going to help us. It's going to give us a rating, and we're going to do this SEO check over here. So we make sure. Now I've done another WordPress tutorial on this earlier, and I'll probably include it in this plugin video tutorials. But what I want to do is I want to go over this a little bit more. These controls and what they do. So let's say I wanted to max in bold. I would double click it to highlight it. I can make it bold, italics. I can put a strike through on it. You know, I can make it a bulleted list or a numbered list. Okay. I'm going to take all that off. Now if I wanted to make it a link, I would click this, and that's how you link keywords. Now if I wanted this whole paragraph, if I wanted it justified, I would click this. It would justify the text. Align to the left, which it is, or to the center, or to the right. We can do all of that. Okay. This is an insert more tag. That means that whenever you're showing just the summary of something, if we would put our cursor down right here and click insert more, you notice this little line, more, everything else would be hidden until they click this little link right here, and that would reveal the rest of the article. Okay, so that's what that more tag is. I'll go ahead and take it out of there. If you wanted to edit this in full screen, you would just click that. Okay, and then you could edit whatever you wanted here. Now they made that so it disappears if you're not on it. If you're down here for a little while, it'll disappear. But then you get your visual, your text, but I usually don't edit in this. So you just click edit full screen, and it'll come back to you. Here, if you wanted to underline anything quickly, you could use this little underline function. If you wanted to change the color of your text, maybe you wanted it red, you could do that. Okay. Change it back to black. Okay, so if you wrote something up on a notepad, okay. Now let's bring up Notepad here, and let's say I wrote something on this. We'll just do that, and we highlighted it and we copied it. Okay. What this little thing is right here is a way to paste that in there, so it removes all the coding out of whatever coding would be within this little notepad. And you know, the same thing with the WordPress or Microsoft Office. So if you're pasting from Word, you paste in there so it removes all the formatting, because funky things can happen if you just paste directly into this, because this, believe it or not, has you know, a lot of code and things like that come into play. And if you're pasting something from Microsoft Office, you're pasting that code in there. So you don't want to do that. You want to use these little icons. You can remove the formatting by clicking this. Let's say that we know that this is in heading 3, and if we wanted to remove that, we could click remove formatting, or if we formatted a text anywhere. If we wanted to insert a symbol, like a copyright symbol, we would click that and click like a copyright, and you'll see that it'll insert your little symbols for you, or a trademark symbol. Okay. If you wanted your text indented, you'd just click indent. It'll indent as many times as you want, or you can outdent it. If you wanted to undo the last thing, you could just click undo or redo it. So, and this is if you had any questions, just click help, and it'll help you with the rich texting editor. Give you advanced stuff, hotkeys, and what it's about. Okay? So now that we got that underway, and we know about editing, we know how to add media, a picture, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to this WordPress SEO by Yoast. And we're going to cover several things here. So this is going to be my next tutorial. I'm going to do it once again, WordPress SEO by Yoast. And that's going to be part 3 of this tutorial, because it's very important, and I want you guys to be able to get the best out of the internet that you can, have your website search engine optimized to the max. So, okay, so this is the end of tutorial 2.